The scene is set for an intimate dinner, where soft light from a paper lantern gently illuminates the room. Its warm glow casts inviting shadows across a dark wooden table, enhancing the cozy atmosphere. Each detail of the meal has been thoughtfully prepared, reflecting care and attention. Together, these elements create a welcoming space, perfect for meaningful conversation and shared moments. As the meal unfolds, two pairs of chopsticks gradually drift toward the same tempting morsel. The air grows thick with unspoken anticipation, each hand hesitating yet unwilling to yield. In a delicate, almost choreographed motion, the chopsticks meet in the center, their tips brushing in an unexpected pause. Time seems to slow, and a hush falls over the table. Himari's eyes widen in surprise, her reaction breaking the silence that lingers in the wake of this gentle collision. Two scenes unfold with striking visual contrast. In one, a meal is bathed in warm, golden light as chopsticks gently meet in slow motion, capturing a sense of connection and comfort. In the other, a ritual takes place under cold, gray lighting, where aged hands use long bamboo chopsticks to carefully lift a bone fragment from ashes. Despite the identical camera angles and movements, the gesture transforms in meaning, celebratory and intimate in one context, solemn and reverent in the other. This parallel invites reflection on how the same action can embody vastly different emotions and traditions. Himari sits quietly in a dimly lit room, the gentle glow of a single candle casting soft shadows across her face. Her expression is calm and intent, eyes fixed on the task before her. With steady hands, she brings her chopsticks together, their tips meeting precisely in front of the lens. Each movement is measured, revealing her concentration and the quiet atmosphere that surrounds her. As each kanji character in Hashiwatashi appears stroke by stroke against the dark background, the viewer is invited to appreciate the deliberate artistry and meaning embedded in the Japanese language. This gradual reveal mirrors the careful and respectful approach central to many Japanese traditions. The transition to the romanized word Hashiwatashi bridges the visual beauty of kanji with accessibility for those unfamiliar with the script. Together, this sequence symbolizes the connection between cultures and the importance of understanding deeper meanings behind everyday gestures. It serves as a reminder that even simple acts, like passing chopsticks, can carry profound cultural significance. The gate of a Japanese Buddhist temple at sunset. Incense smoke rises from a large bronze burner. The scene shifts to the interior, a dim meditation room illuminated only by a few candles. On the altar, a small Buddha statue, white flowers, and an urn containing ashes. To understand why this gesture carries such weight, one must understand Kotsuage, the Japanese ritual of bone gathering. In Japan, after cremation, the family does not simply receive an urn of ashes. They gather around the remaining bone fragments, which are still warm, and together, using long bamboo chopsticks, they pick up each piece. Two people, one bone fragment, two pairs of chopsticks. They lift the fragment together and place it into the urn. A pair of aged, wrinkled hands gently grasps a set of unusually long bamboo chopsticks. With deliberate care, the hands lift a small, white bone fragment from a mound of warm ash. This quiet act highlights both reverence and precision, capturing a moment filled with respect and significance. The scene draws attention to the delicate balance between fragility and strength in this meaningful gesture. In Japan, the cremation ritual is a deeply meaningful tradition where family members come together to honor their loved one. Using pairs of long bamboo chopsticks, they carefully transfer bone fragments into an urn. This act is performed by two people at a time, symbolizing both unity and mutual respect. The ritual reflects the cultural importance placed on supporting one another in times of loss and paying tribute to the deceased with dignity. The family stands together, their faces softened by the warm light of the embers, each person quietly processing the weight of farewell. The ashes before them serve as a poignant reminder of both presence and absence, marking the end of a shared journey. Outside the shrine, Himari watches through the doorway, her separation reflecting the complex emotions that often accompany grief. In this moment, silence speaks. This ritual, steeped in centuries of tradition, remains an integral part of daily life in modern Japan. Families gather in crematoriums to perform the last touch, a gesture that symbolizes both farewell and respect for their loved ones. By participating in this practice, they forge a meaningful connection across generations, ensuring that the memory of the departed is honored. The ritual serves as a bridge between past and present, reflecting the enduring values of reverence and familial bonds. Himari returned to the dining table, but this time the room was darker. Only a single candle burned on the table. She picked up her chopsticks and slowly lifted a piece of food. Another hand extended chopsticks toward hers. Just as the two pairs of chopsticks were about to touch, the image froze. The term for this taboo is Hashiwatashi. Literally, it means passing via chopsticks. In everyday Japanese dining, there are various ways to share food. You can place it on a small plate. You can use the reverse end of your chopsticks, the end that hasn't touched your lips. But you never, ever pass food directly from your chopsticks to someone else's. A close-up of Himari's face, illuminated by the flickering candlelight. Her gaze rests on the chopsticks in her hands. The scene shifts to a hazy image. Figures clad in white kimonos, the color of Japanese mourning, standing around a dining table. They do not eat, they simply stand there in silence. Some believe that the spirits of the departed can attach themselves to food passed between chopsticks, that, in doing so, you are inviting something unseen to cross over. Yet, this is not superstition in a dismissive sense. It is memory. It is respect. It is a refusal to separate the act of eating from the act of remembrance. Visual effect. From a frozen image of two pairs of chopsticks about to touch, a faint line of light begins to connect one pair to the other, like a bridge of light. The bridge extends outward, stretching beyond the dining table and through the darkness to reveal the hazy image of an ancestral altar. Wisps of incense smoke drift from the altar back toward the dining table. Why is this so significant? In Japanese Buddhist tradition, chopsticks serve as a bridge between two worlds during the Kotsuage ritual, a bridge connecting the living and the dead. When you pass food in this manner at the dining table, you are, whether consciously or not, reenacting a funeral rite. Himari stands before a wooden table. On the table sits a full bowl of white rice. She picks up a pair of chopsticks and slowly sticks them upright into the center of the rice. The chopsticks stand straight up. The shot holds for 3 seconds. Then, the scene cuts abruptly to a Buddhist altar, featuring an identical bowl of rice with chopsticks planted vertically, set before a memorial photograph of the deceased. The two images are mirror images of one another. The first taboo, Tate-bashi, sticking chopsticks upright into a bowl of rice. It might seem convenient, a handy place to rest your chopsticks while reaching for something else, but in Japan, this is how rice is offered to the dead. At funerals, on family altars, at grave sites. A bowl of rice with chopsticks standing upright is an offering made directly to the spirit. Seeing it on the dinner table is akin to finding a grave in the kitchen. Back at the dining table, two people, Himari and another, reach with their chopsticks for the same piece of food on a shared plate. Their chopsticks nearly touch over that single morsel. A superimposed image, the Kotsuage ritual, two pairs of long bamboo chopsticks grasping a rib fragment together. The two scenes overlap and dissolve into one another. The second instance, Tate-bashi. Two people reach for the same piece of food, their chopsticks touching on the shared plate. This is a fainter echo of Hashiwatashi, yet it carries the same shadow. When bones are gathered from the ashes, family members often reach for a fragment, a rib, a piece of the skull, in unison. Tate-bashi brings that moment back to the dining table. Himari holds her chopsticks, hovering them back and forth over various dishes, fish, vegetables, rice, without settling on any one item. Her chopsticks move slowly, hesitantly, like a dragonfly that never quite lands. Behind her, the hazy image of a Shinto shrine appears, a red torii gate, a Shimenawa rope. The third point, Mayoi-bashi, wandering chopsticks, hovering over one dish after another, never making a choice. In Shinto tradition, food is a gift from the kami, the gods. To hesitate or waver is to show doubt regarding the gift you have been bestowed. It signals an unsettled spirit. And in a culture that prizes harmony above all else, an unsettled spirit at the dinner table is something no one desires. The light shifts, growing warmer and softer. Morning light streams through the shoji paper screen. Himari sits alone, holding her chopsticks correctly, at chest level, moving slowly and deliberately. She picks up a piece of food and places it on the small side plate, the proper way to share. You might wonder, do young Japanese people today still care about these rules? In an era of convenience stores and instant noodles, do chopstick taboos still hold sway? The answer is yes. Not because everyone is deeply religious, but because these rules aren't really about superstition. They are about memory. A traditional Japanese kitchen. A silver-haired grandmother sits at the table with her granddaughter, about 8 years old, seated opposite her. She holds the child's hand, adjusting her grip on the chopsticks. The girl attempts to pick up a piece of food, fumbling the move, and the grandmother gently corrects her. It is a warm, loving scene, with sunlight streaming in at an angle through the window. When a Japanese grandmother teaches her granddaughter not to pass food directly from one pair of chopsticks to another, she is not instilling a fear of spirits. She is teaching her to remember that every meal is connected to every funeral, that the very chopsticks she holds today are the same tools that will one day carry her bones. The final scene. A large dining table with generations, grandparents, parents, children, seated together. In the empty chairs, bowls of rice and chopsticks are placed, for those no longer there. Smoke rises from the rice bowls, dissipating into the air. Himari sits in a corner of the table, smiling softly. Japanese culture doesn't draw a hard line between the living and the dead. Ancestors are always present. They are at the table. They are in the smoke rising from the rice bowls. They are in the gentle clinking of chopsticks. These rules teach a profound lesson. Respect the food, respect the deceased, and respect the person sitting opposite you. Because one day, they too will become ancestors, and someone else will hold the chopsticks for them. Himari, sitting alone at a wooden table in a quiet room. Before her is a simple bowl of rice and a pair of chopsticks resting on a ceramic holder. She picks them up with both hands, bows her head slightly, and begins to eat. The movements are slow, deliberate, mindful. Soft window light falls across the table. A single cherry blossom branch in a small vase. Peaceful, meditative atmosphere. These rules may seem strict from the outside, but look closer and you will find something beautiful. They are not restrictions, they are reminders. Every time a Japanese person places their chopsticks correctly, they are saying something without words. I remember, I respect, I am grateful for this food and for everyone who came before me. From different cultures, eating in different ways. Indian hands eating with roti, Korean metal chopsticks, Western fork and knife, Thai spoon and fork, Ethiopian injera. A Japanese family bowing slightly before picking up their chopsticks. Warm, unifying tone. Natural and candlelight mixed. Every culture has its own language of respect at the table. The Japanese speak through chopsticks, and what they say is this: the dead are never truly gone. They sit beside us in the steam rising from the rice. They are remembered in the way we hold our chopsticks. A meal is never just a meal. It is a conversation across generations. The next time you pick up a pair of chopsticks, you will remember this, and you will understand. Which of these taboos surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if this story moved you, subscribe and share it with someone who would appreciate it. Until next time,